Y'all, shenanigans in Shady Town. Remember Xavier Lucas from back in January, the whole University of Wisconsin, University of Miami thing? The gift that kept on giving? Let me recount what happened and tell you what's happening now. So, if you recall, and if you can go back to my YouTube channel, January 16th and January 18th, I talked about the Xavier Lucas situation. So, Xavier Lucas was a University of Wisconsin cornerback, had a great year. University of Wisconsin had sniffed that he might be getting some interest from other schools. They signed him to a new collective deal and a new agreement directly with the university in anticipation of the house settlement closing. Okay, so they signed both of those agreements. The collective deal was supposed to tide him over until the real deal with the university could kick in on July 1. All that assumed that the house settlement would pass. So that agreement with the university was a contingent contract based on the house settlement actually getting approved. Now, we know that it did. Okay, so that offer that he had directly with the university was for $500,000 over a couple of years. He accepted the offer. He signed the papers. Deal was done. Okay, then something happened. Okay, he decided that he was going to hit the portal. And lo and behold, the University of Wisconsin is like, hold up. You just signed a contract directly with us, so we're not going to enter you into the portal. And so there was all this back and forth about whether Wisconsin could legitimately not enter a player into the portal who had asked to enter. There's no provision right now that says that you can refuse, that an institution can refuse entering someone into the portal who asked to be put into the transfer portal. Nonetheless, they refused. And what ended up happening was Xavier Lucas simply withdrew from Wisconsin and enrolled at the University of Miami. Okay? So now he was a late enrollee to University of Miami, and he should have been admitted for the fall 2025 semester, but lo and behold, they did whatever they did and let him enter in January after classes had started. According to some of the reporting I saw, he had a great spring season. Good for Xavier Lucas. Okay, but the whole situation was shady, right? Everybody was shady. Xavier Lucas was shady, University of Wisconsin was shady, and University of Miami was shady. Okay? All right. So, now what's happening? Well, now the University of Wisconsin and its collective is suing the University of Miami for unspecified damages. They are not suing Xavier Lucas. They are suing the University of Miami, claiming that the University of Miami knowingly induced Xavier Lucas after he'd signed an agreement with the school. So Wisconsin is saying, Miami, y'all knew we had an agreement with him already, and then you still went and induced him. Okay. They also say that Wisconsin University of Miami engaged in not only impermissible contact, but tampering. Okay, so tampering is a conclusion based on an investigation under the NCAA rules. NCAA has not done a good job of enforcing tampering claims. Okay, but they are alleging in this suit impermissible contact and tampering because, according to the suit, at least one Miami coach and a booster visited Lucas and promised him more money. And Xavier Lucas decided to raise up and head down to sunny Miami. Now, apparently there was a no tampering clause in the agreement between the university and Lucas. Okay, but that obviously had no impact. Now, what's also interesting is that the Big Ten supports the University of Wisconsin in this suit. So we're just at the beginning stages. We don't know how this is going to play out. But now the Xavier Lucas story is back on, the front page because all the foolishness in January and all the shadiness and all the shenanigans in January. We'll see what happens. But speaking of the Big Ten, let's talk about what's happening at the legislature in Michigan. So there are 3 legislators whose names I did not write down that introduced a bill into the legislature, 3 representatives, that would, 1, completely ban reporting deals to the NCAA. We just entered a settlement that says you got to report the deals, and NIL Go, $600 threshold, Deloitte. So now they're introducing a bill that says you can ignore all the reporting. Just don't do it. Okay, that's number 1. The second part of this legislation is that it would prohibit any school in the state from assisting in an investigation, presumably from the College Sports Commission, but period, full stop. You cannot assist in any investigation. And number 3 in this legislation, it would ban athletic associations from penalizing schools or athletes for non-compliance. So let me get this right. We just entered into the House settlement that was supposed to settle things. And since the House settlement, we got Tennessee trying to get Ziegler a 5th year of eligibility when he already played 4. Okay. We got Michigan trying to introduce a law that says ignore all that House settlement stuff. Just do what you want. Okay. And we have Xavier Lucas, University of Miami, University of Washington, University of Wisconsin, like, we need to scrap and figure out what's going to happen here. So recall a couple weeks ago when the settlement got signed, and I asked, are you feeling settled? Because I ain't feeling settled. Has anything been settled? We can't even get the payments to the former athletes done because that's now on hold. So that's not even settled. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. As always, I'd love to hear what you think. Talk to you later.